Is this the moment Ukraine has been waiting for? For years, the world has watched a brutal, grinding war of attrition in Ukraine, a conflict that seemed destined to remain a bloody stalemate. But now, a seismic shift is underway. Ukraine is not just holding the line, they are advancing, reclaiming territory, and demonstrating a level of battlefield dominance that defense analysts are calling a new phase of the war. How did this happen? How did a nation fighting for its very survival manage to outflank the forces of a nuclear superpower? The answer, it seems, lies in the skies. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics and its global implications, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and allows us to bring you these in-depth analyses. The narrative around the Ukraine war has, for so long, been one of resilience against overwhelming odds. We've seen incredible bravery and an unwavering determination from Ukrainian soldiers and citizens. Yet, the battlefield itself seemed locked in a grim cycle of incremental gains and devastating losses. Russia, with its vast military resources, appeared to have the advantage in sheer manpower and equipment, even as its initial blitzkrieg failed. But what's emerging now is a picture of Ukraine not just fighting defensively, but strategically outmaneuvering Moscow, and a key element in this surprising turn of events is their mastery of drone warfare. Defense analysts are pointing to a significant evolution in Ukrainian tactics, one that leverages readily available and increasingly sophisticated drone technology. These aren't just the small, reconnaissance drones we saw in the early days of the conflict. Ukraine has deployed swarms of unmanned aerial vehicles, performing a variety of critical missions. They are being used for advanced reconnaissance, providing real-time intelligence that allows for precise targeting of Russian positions. They are disrupting Russian supply lines, identifying weaknesses, and even carrying out direct attacks on equipment and personnel. This has allowed Ukraine to gain crucial intel, understand enemy movements, and strike with unprecedented accuracy, all while minimizing risk to their own ground forces. Think about what this means. For Russia, the initial advantage of mass and firepower is being blunted by intelligent, agile, and widespread aerial surveillance. They can no longer operate with the same impunity. The element of surprise, so crucial in modern warfare, is diminishing. Ukraine's ability to see what the enemy is doing, where they are, and what their weaknesses are, fundamentally changes the dynamic of engagement. This isn't just about having more tanks or more soldiers. It's about having better information and the ability to act on it decisively. This dominance in drone warfare is not a new invention, but its application on this scale and with this level of success is a game-changer. It has allowed Ukraine to identify and exploit vulnerabilities in Russian defenses, leading to the regaining of territory that had been under occupation for years. This territorial reclamation is significant, not just symbolically, but strategically. It demonstrates that Russia's advance is not unstoppable, and that Ukraine can, in fact, push back. It forces Russia to divert resources, reevaluate its strategy, and perhaps even question its long-term objectives. The implications of this are far-reaching. For the United States and its allies, this development validates the ongoing support and arms shipments to Ukraine. It shows that the investment is paying off, not just in terms of preventing a Russian victory, but in enabling Ukraine to achieve meaningful battlefield successes. It also serves as a stark warning to other potential aggressors about the effectiveness of modern, adaptable defense strategies. Furthermore, this shift could influence the broader geopolitical landscape, potentially emboldening other nations to resist aggression and reinforcing the resolve of democratic alliances. But what are the potential outcomes? If this trend continues, we could see a significant erosion of Russian control in occupied territories. It might force Russia to the negotiating table from a position of weakness, potentially leading to a more favorable outcome for Ukraine. On the other hand, Russia could respond with increased aggression or a desperate escalation, making the situation even more volatile. The effectiveness of Ukraine's drone warfare is a powerful new variable in an already complex equation, and its long-term impact will depend on many factors, including continued Western support, Russian adaptability, and the unwavering spirit of the Ukrainian people. This development also highlights the accelerating pace of technological change in warfare. Drones, once considered a niche technology, are now proving to be a critical component of modern military operations. Nations around the world will be studying Ukraine's success closely, looking to adapt their own strategies and invest in similar capabilities. The future of conflict may well be shaped by how effectively nations can integrate and utilize unmanned systems. So what do you think about this? Has Ukraine truly turned the tide, or is this a temporary tactical advantage? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The battlefield is shifting. Ukraine, through innovation and relentless determination, is rewriting the narrative of this war. The days of a frozen conflict may be over, and the world is watching to see what happens next.